Guys, can you believe that this is Rosie? I mean, it was 1 week ago that we didn't know if she was going to make it. I mean, for a good day and a half, we felt like we were going to lose her, and we didn't want to. You know, it's just the worst feeling in the world to be waiting by the phone and to not know what the next phone call is going to be from this emergency vet. And we got our area set up, and we just thought that we were going to get like this really perky dog. They called her Feisty at Carolina Vet Specialist, and she came home and she was still really sleepy, and it just already concerned us right off the bat. Like, I mean, we had 3 hospitalizations, so many vets telling us that they could not guarantee that she was going to live through the night. And we finally got that feeding tube placed, and look at the amount of energy. Look at what is going on with her. I mean, she's playful, she's teething. I mean, she's doing everything that an 8-week-old puppy should be doing, and that is just, it blows our mind. We are so excited and so grateful that she is with us and doing so good. So we have overcome that first hurdle of getting the feeding tube placed. So she is almost getting a full normal meal now through the feeding tube. About every 4.5, 5 hours we have to feed her. But we have now gotten permission to, instead of doing the feeding tube first and then offering her food by mouth, we now have permission to swap it, like to do the opposite. So now she is allowed to have the canned dog food first, and then the feeding tube second. So we the theory was getting her enough energy to be able to eat, and then now she has the energy, she's got the ability, but now we need to make sure that she wants to eat. So that is the second hurdle that we are overcoming, because she can't keep this feeding tube forever. It's not a sustainable way of living for her. There's no way to even keep it in place for that long. So now we have to get her to want to eat. And that's the biggest thing that we're working on right now, is because, I mean, I wouldn't want to eat anymore. People have been opening up my mouth, putting in a syringe or putting in food on my tongue. And I mean, she's just disinterested. She doesn't want to eat as much as she should. But the really exciting thing is, some of you guys had talked about or commented down below on liver treats, and our veterinarian noticed how interested she was in the liver treats at her office. And so they come in these big chunky blocks, which for a regular dog would be 100% fine, but she's teeny tiny and doesn't have enough teeth and willpower to like kind of break through that. So she suggested grinding it up, you know, taking a little mallet to it, pulverizing it, and then sprinkling it on the food. And it has made, oh, she's leaving me. She wants to go see the cameraman. Come here, little lady. So she said, try sprinkling it on the food. Rosie. Thanks, honey. She suggested sprinkling it on the food, and it has made a huge difference. She is really interested in what is going on. She is really interested in that food. So it is so huge. So I'd say she's eating about 1/4 of a can throughout the day, and then she's getting about 2/3 of a can through the feeding tube. So the more we can build that up, remember, to get that feeding tube out, she has to be able to eat a whole can by herself. Here, you want to rest for a second? She kept going for the other dog beds. So she has to be able to eat a whole can of dog food by herself, and then we'll be able to get the feeding tube out. So we are just trying our best to keep that positive food association going for her. And I think she's going to do it. I think she is doing so good, and she is really interested in that liver treat. Crushed up is really smelly, really potent, and I think she's going to do great. I really do. But so many of you guys have been asking, does her family still want her? And the answer is yes. they have been with us every step of the way with these hospitalizations. I mean, there was even a time where it was almost 10 o'clock at night, and they brought us over chocolate chip cookies because they felt so helpless. They couldn't do anything for us, and they couldn't do anything for Rosie, so they just wanted to bake and bring us something. And so that was just the sweetest thing. They are our good friends. They actually live right down the road. So they have been coming over and having some play dates with Rosie, and their kids just love her. They love her, but the kids especially are just so attached to her already. So they are in it for the long haul. They understand the difficulties that Rosie has had, and they are super excited to get her back home as soon as the vet gives us the all clear. Which I personally think will happen soon because she's doing so well. I think we could be able to make that work soon. So Rosie looks like she is pretty tired, so I'm going to let her rest, and then we are going to show you Shelley's little puppy, and he is adorable. He is plump and just moving around and having such a good time, so we're going to go see him next. All right, guys, got my tools. I need my vacuum for my sound stimulation, and just wait till you guys see how adorable Shelley's little man is. Hi, Shelley. How are you? Huh? Oh, yeah, get your yak cheese. Oh, my goodness. There you are. Come here. Shelley's stealing all the limelight. Oh my goodness, how cute is he? Mother-son duo over here. All right, we can put him down so he can walk around. You guys can see how active he's getting. Shelley, lay down. Okay, lay on me. That sounds good. Come here. Ugh. You want your yak cheese? There you go. All right, so Shelley's little man is almost 4 weeks old. He will be 4 weeks on Sunday. So he would have been having puppy picking on Saturday, but his family can't make it. They're out of state, so we're just gonna send tons of videos, and when it was supposed to be his puppy picking, we'll just have to come and just give him lots of love and affection since Miss Angela can't come, but that's okay. She is going to love and adore him when she gets to have him, which is soon. We're almost at the halfway mark. Where are you going, girlfriend? Shelley. Oh, you wanted your ball. All right, come here. Lay down. Good girl. Okay, so I know that everybody on the YouTube world is so good at my comments and helping me figure out things, and I have a little bit of ideas for what I'm going to do for socialization, but if you guys have any ideas, please let me know. Give me some comments down below so we can work on the next stage of his development, which is going to be socialization. So I have some ideas. I'm thinking about, I'm thinking about Rosie, because, you know, she's so tiny, and this little guy doesn't really know anything about wrestling or, you know, biting each other, being aggressive, not like aggressive, but just playfulness aggressive. So I think that they could be playmates some. And then we have Oakley's puppies are 2 weeks behind. I think that they could do it. And I definitely think that when Oakley's puppies are weaned, they're going to be litter mates together. So I definitely think that's going to happen. And then also Bella, she will spend a bunch of time with him playing too. But, you know, all ideas are welcome. So I appreciate that. He's just so cute. He loves human affection and attention. It's probably because our girls hold him a ton since he's the only one in here. So they love coming in here and doing their homework and just hanging out and just being with him. So now we're going to do our sound stimulation. So he has a couple more days of that, and then we get to move on to tunnels and uneven surfaces. So are you ready? This is the hardest sound of all, the loudest sound. So we might get a little bit of a startle reflex, but that is okay. We want that startle and then recovery. So that way he can be a great puppy when he gets home, right? Okay. I'm going to set you close to Mom because this one is loud. Yeah, did you see that cowering? which is okay because he stopped cowering after I turned it off. And he actually kind of came to it first. He wanted to see what was going on. And he's investigating it now, so that's pretty impressive. All right, I'm turning it on. So that was a big, big retreat, but honestly, I think it was from the air. But look at that. He's so investigative. I don't know if that's a word. He is super interested in it, which I think is awesome. All right, I'm going to turn it this way so the air doesn't get to him. Yeah. Very good job, puppy. All right, one more time. I think that's awesome. He could have very easily ran to the corner, but instead he ran to mom, which I think is very instinctively good because whoever's in the house with him, if that's what he needs, a calming person, then he's going to go right over to his owner and be able to, fix himself. He's going to be able to get the cuddles and the physical affection that he needs so that way he can relax and not be scared, which I think is great. And then the other thing that I noticed was that he was investigating the vacuum. So not only did he want to see what was going on, he explored it himself, which is great. So I think I love him because he's so playful. Miss Angela is getting a good little puppy. So we're coming up with names, but she definitely wants Mac in it. So Mac is going to be his middle name because she said she wanted to honor Shelley Mac, the fact that this is her last litter. So I think that is really sweet. But all right, next we got to do Oakley's puppies. So they are doing sound stimulation also, but they just started. So we're going to take Shelley's little squeaker toy and head over to Oakley's next, right? All right, you stay with Mom. All right. Shelley, you coming in or you staying? Coming on? All right, come in. Oakley. Oakley. Come on. We got to do sound stimulation with your babies. Oh, man, we got the little sleeping ones. Oh, these guys have gotten so big too. Yes, it's a toy. Lay down. Good girl. Oh, these guys have gotten so big and their eyes are open now. Kind of. There we go. Eyes open. So this is our little tan girl. Let's see, we got Miss Purple. Let's see, her eyes are, oh yeah, wide open. And then we got our little boy, Mr. Red Collar. Yes, eyes are all open. So we have moved past the early neurological stimulation, and so now we're on sound stimulation for them also, but they are not as advanced as Shelley's little puppy because they're not as old. So we are starting out with a small sound, a small squeaker. So we've done just the teeny tiny squeaker. Now we're moving on to the bigger one. But they are doing so good. Oakley is an excellent mom. Her family keeps coming, bringing her cupcakes. I think she's gotten cupcakes like 2 times since she's been here. So her family is just so sweet and nice. They just love on her so much. So Oakley's probably going to want this toy, but that's okay. We're going to do it to the puppies first. And then we're going to see how these guys react. All right. Oakley, lie down. All the way. Oakley, all the way. Good girl. All right, I'll love on you while I do this. Hey. Oakley, come here. Come here. This doesn't seem to be bothering the puppies at all. Oakley. One more time. That's amazing. I usually get at least some flinching. Come here, you can have it. But I didn't get any flinching. I didn't get any nervousness. So that is awesome. So that tells me that these puppies will be ready to go to the next thing tomorrow. We'll probably do this one more time. I usually do at least 2 days of the same sound just to confirm that we don't have any kind of any type of reactions, and that way they can get better and better at their recovery. But they're doing so good. They're getting their feet underneath them. They're walking around. I mean, they're just great. They love the sunshine. I come in here and usually this little guy, Mr. Red, is on his back like this all the time, just relaxing in the sun, and I just love it. I wish I had my phone on me every single time so that way I could snap a picture of that. But yeah, these guys are doing so good. All right, Miss Oakley, are you gonna stay in here and watch them? Thank you. Or are you gonna come out and play with me? Guys, I hope that you have a fabulous rest of the week. We're going to keep you updated on Rosie every step of the way, and just, keep you updated on what we're doing here. And I just hope you have a really good weekend. Bye.